everyone. I am Sushmitha here, second year CBBT. Today I am going to explain about water and fat soluble vitamins and dietary sources. Before entering into your topic, we want to know about the water vitamins, right? We know that it is a nutrient which we consume from the food. Vitamins are essential organic nutrients required by the body in a small amount. It is an organic nutrient we require for our body in a small amount. And the next is the uses of vitamins are they help in a normal growth and also increase the immunity and also help in a metabolism and also in maintain good health. Most of the vitamins we can't synthesize in our body. Example, plants. Plants can synthesize all type of vitamins, but the humans and animals can't synthesize. They consume from the food. We have that untold rules, right? If the definition is more than one and of line, we go for internet, like water vitamins for a simple definition. Not all the students, but some of students understand each word and line and read, right? For some students, these are the key points of vitamins to remember in an exam easily. The first is helps enzyme perform body function, and next it does not provide energy but release energy. Next, required in a small quantity. I told in first slide we want to consume in a small quantity. The next is we can maintain health in a balanced diet. It is the importance of vitamins. The first one is maintain normal body function. The next is strengthen immunity and it support for good health and also keep the skin, bone healthy. The next is the main topic, classification. The vitamins is divided into two. The one is water soluble vitamin and the second is fat soluble vitamin. In the line we can say water soluble vitamins, which vitamins dissolved in the water is known as water soluble vitamins. It is an organic compound which dissolved in the water and we can't store in our body. Whereas the fat soluble vitamins, it also an organic compound we can store in our body. And the next is list of water soluble. Please open your notes and make a point. First write vitamin B1. Next these underline words. Only write an underline words. The first is vitamin B1. Can I continue? Okay. The first is vitamin B1. It also called as thiamine. The function of vitamin B1 is coenzyme carbohydrates metabolism. Coenzyme carbohydrates metabolism, where the enzyme breaks down and converts the carbohydrates into energy. The process is called as coenzyme carbohydrates metabolism. The main enzyme in vitamin B1 is thiamine pyrophosphate. It's present in vitamin B1. The source where we can see and where we can find vitamin B1 is in whole grain, nuts, oats and sunflower seeds. Done? The next is vitamin B2, riboflavin. The function is component of coenzyme FAD, FXN, essential in redox reaction. Can anyone see the full form of FAD? No. Can anyone know? Anyone know the full form of FAD and FXN? Okay. FAD, valine adenine dinucleotide, valine mononucleotide. Essential in redox reaction. We know that redox reaction means where the oxidation reduction take place simultaneously. How these two enzymes play in a redox reaction means these two enzymes carries an electron and use or help in a biological term. It helps in a biological term. These have the two enzymes play a role in vitamin B2. The source where we can find is in milk, egg, green vegetables, etc. In many fruits and vegetables we can find. The next is vitamin B3, nicotinic acid, a precursor of NAD+ and NADP+, key in the cellular respiration. NADP+, nicotine amine adenine dinucleotide, nicotine amine dinucleotide phosphate. Even these two enzymes help in a redox. The NAD+ carries an electron and also donates the electrons. NADP+, it also carries an electron and accepts the electrons. And B9. Okay. The next is vitamin B5, pathogenic. It is a part of coenzyme A, vital for fatty acid and fatty acid metabolism. Coenzyme A, it is a type of coenzyme where we can see in the vitamin B5. Okay, here the emoji, can you guess the sources? Loud please.
Mushroom.
Egg. The next is vitamin B6, pyroxine. The coenzyme in amino acid metabolism. Coenzyme in amino acid metabolism is where the enzyme breakdown and convert the amino acid into energy. The process is called as that. The important is pyridoxal phosphate. It is an important enzyme present in the vitamin B6. Okay, the sources are banana and potato. Can you tell what is this?
Carrot.
Fish. This? The next is vitamin B7, biotin. Coenzyme for carboxylation reaction important in fatty acid synthesis. It also helps in a carboxylation reaction. The sources are egg and nuts. The next is vitamin B9, folic acid. And the main point is this vitamin is very important for pregnancy lady. It helps in a baby growth. And DNA synthesis helps methylation reaction, amino acid metabolism. We have a rough sketch like DNA synthesis, what is DNA synthesis, and also amino acids. What is mean of methylation reaction? How it works in vitamin B9? Okay. It transfers the methyl group from one molecule to another molecule. That's the function of methyl reaction. It transfers the one methyl group to another methyl. It is called as a methyl reaction. The sources are green leaf and tomato. The next is vitamin B2, carbalamide. The function is needed for red blood cell formation, neurological synthesis. Where we can see the vitamin B12, meat, fish, and dairy products like butter, milk, bread, etc. The next, the last of water soluble organism, vitamin C, ascorbic acid. Collagen, the function is collagen synthesis, enhance iron absorption. Collagen means it gives strength and structure for hair, bone, and keep healthy. What does it mean? Enhance iron absorption. It means it reduces from ferric iron to ferrous, and most of the absorption done by intestinal cell. It is important, done by the intestinal cell, where we can find the vitamin C in citrus fruit and also in strawberry, berries, and oranges, tangerines. The next is fat soluble vitamins. Can anyone say what is fat soluble vitamins? We love this. Fat soluble vitamins. Okay. The vitamins which dissolve in fat and oil. The first one is retinol. It also called as vitamin A. It helps in a vision. Rhodopsin, it is important for night vision. It is responsible for night vision and also help in a cell growth, immunity, reproduction. Where we can find this in a carrot, sweet potato, and pumpkin. And I forgot to add that pumpkin emoji. Don't mind. I searched for straight 10 minutes, but I can't find that. We all know how the pumpkin looks. The next is source of vitamin D. It also called as calciferol. Regulates calcium and phosphorus metabolism, supports immune system. The source where you can find this vitamin D is in fish liver oil, fatty acid, egg, and also liver. The next is vitamin E, tocopherol. The protects cell membrane from free radical. Free radical means it is an unstable molecule with an unpaired electrons. It's known as free radical. The vitamin E protects from the free radical and it also damages. This free radical damage our cell. The next, the sources are vegetable oils and the seeds. The last is vitamin K, phytoquinone. The function is blood clotting and bone metabolism. The source we can find is green leaf vegetables and liver. Conclusion. The water soluble is very essential for metabolism reaction, where this both fat soluble and water soluble play an important role in a different way. They both increase immunity, increase increase the metabolism, also improve our vision. In individual way, they play an important role. And how can we prevent the deficiency or disease? When we maintain a balanced diet, we can prevent the deficiency and the diseases. This is all about my topic. Anyone have any doubts?
Good afternoon everyone. I am Sneha from second year BSc CZBT combination. Today now I am going to explain about vitamins. Let's see the content. The content which I am covering is about vitamins, biological role of vitamins, deficiency manifestation of vitamins, dietary sources, important questions and conclusions. Okay, let's start with an introduction. As already Sushmitha has said, vitamins are the organic compounds which are so essential to our bodies, has an important role on our growth, daily chores and many others. Now let us talk about fat soluble and water soluble. These are the classification of water soluble. The fat soluble vitamins consist of vitamin A, D, E, K. Water soluble vitamins consist of B and C. You can see here, vitamins don't give energy like food, but they help the body use food properly and keep us healthy. There is a saying in Kannada, Ati Adra Amrutanu Visha, like that. Vitamins are so important to our body, but it should be in our limits. Like we should consume it on our purpose, like how it affect on our body. We can't consume how much as we wanted. Let's go to biological role of vitamins. Biological role of vitamins. Vitamins act as cofactors, antioxidants and regulators in the body. They help enzymes carry out the chemical reactions, protect cells from damage and support growth and repair, including overall health, usually classified as fat and water soluble vitamins. Vitamin A, it maintains vision, skin and immune function. As you guys already know, our girls, we use efficiently vitamin A and C in our daily skincare routine. Vitamin B, I should say this, vitamin B is actually a group of several distinct vitamins, not just one. It consists of so many derivatives of vitamins B. Vitamin B complex help in energy production, red blood cell formation and nerve function. Vitamin C, as I said earlier, it's used in every skincare product, act as an antioxidant, boosts immunity and aids wound healing. Vitamin D regulates calcium, phosphorus for healthy bones and teeth. Vitamin E protects cells from oxidative damage. Vitamin K essential for blood clotting and bone health. Now let's get into deficiency manifestation of vitamins. Before even starting about deficiency manifestation, I would talk about vitamin A. Vitamin A is actually discovered by two research teams independently, Elmer McLeod and Manvarete Davis in 1930. Essential for vision growth, immunity and maintaining health, skin, mucous membrane. Example, retinol. Retinol is actually also called as anti-aging vitamins. It's used in every skincare product and it's sourced from animal. Deficiency of vitamin A, it results in night blindness, difficulty seeing in dim light, and as the sun sets, the person can't see clearly. And dryness of eyes, softening and damage of cornea, which may lead to blindness. Dry, rough skin, delayed in growth in children, increased risk of infection due to weak immunity. Food sources of vitamin A. It consists of, the food sources which consist vitamin A are sweet potatoes, carrots, spinach, liver and eggs and many others. Deficiency of vitamin B. As I said earlier, vitamins is actually not a single vitamin and it consists of group of derivatives. They are thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, pyridoxine, folic acid, cobalamin. Now, as I mentioned berry, does anyone know about berry? Can anyone answer about it? polished rice. I guess you guys all have consumed polished rice as a daily basis, right? Yeah. So it leads to nerve degeneration, muscle weakness, and numbness in limbs. So before even consuming polished rice, think about it and eat. Next, riboflavin. Deficiency of B2 causes dermatitis and chiliosis. This leads to inflammation of skin, cracks, itching, and redness. Next, niacin. Chiliosis means, I forgot to say that, sorry. Chiliosis results in pain and dry lips. Next, vitamin B3 causes pellagra. It means rough skin, that's it. Pelem means skin, gara means rough. Vitamin B6. Vitamin B6 results in anemia, which is usually known as less count in RBC. Folic acid, which is also known as B9. Deficiency of B9 vitamin causes in megaloblastic anemia. Can you guys guess? As you guys know, anemia means lower RBC count. Megaloblastic anemia means defective RBC. Formation due to impaired DNA synthesis leading to large immature RBCs. ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಇಮ್ಮೆಚ್ಯೂರ್ RBC ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಡಿಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ RBC ಇಂದ. ಡಿಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ RBC ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗೋದು ಡಿಫಿಷಿಯನ್ಸಿ ಆಫ್ B9 ಇಂದ. ಸೊ ಡಿಫಿಷಿಯನ್ಸಿ ಆಫ್ B12 results in paralysis anemia, which leads to fatigue, weakness, neurological problem, swollen lips and tongue. Food sources of vitamin D: eggs, whole grain, milk, nuts, meat, spinach, and fish. Deficiency of vitamin C. It's also called as ascorbic acid, used for growth, tissue repair, and many other. And as I said earlier, it's commonly used in most of skin care. And it's only mostly found in citrus fruit. It's present in every citrus fruit that you see daily. Next, acts as collagen synthesis. Can anyone say what we mean by collagen? Anyone? Yeah, maybe. Collagen acts as a tightening agent which acts on our bone marrow and skin. And it also acts on antioxidants. As you guys know, when we fell sick, our mom used citrus fruit to repair our immune systems. And the most common disease which we face when we are deficient on vitamin C is scurvy. What mean by scurvy? You guys know it from since primary school, I guess. Scurvy. It's a disease. Scurvy means bleeding gums and weakness. That's what scurvy means. And it leads to slow wound healing. That is a deficiency of vitamin C acts as. And vitamin C is found by James Litt in 1749. Food sources of vitamin C. As I said, citrus fruit like orange, lime are the sources of vitamin C. Guava, strawberry, kiwi, tomato, amla, and leafy fruits. Any spinach can be a source of vitamins. Next, vitamin D. Vitamin D maintains calcium and phosphorus during metabolism and maintain healthy bones and teeth. Promotes calcium and phosphorus absorption in blood. Support immune functions. It's found by Elmer McCollum in 1922. Deficiency of vitamin results in bone pain, muscle weakness, increased risk of fracture, fatigue, low energy, poor growth in children, skeletal deformities like bowed legs. Bowed legs anta andre kaalali oota kaaniskolodu without any reasons. That what like swollen legs is known as bowed legs. Sources of vitamin C: fish oil, aware exposure to sunlight, but deficiency of vitamin E. Vitamin E acts to protect cells from damage. It protects cell membrane. It protects us from free radicals, protects immune function, and maintains healthy skin and eyes. It is discovered by Herbert Evans in 1922 and Catherine. Deficiency of vitamin E results in impaired immune function, loss of coordination and balance, vision problems, nerve damage, leading it to numbness or tingling. You guys know what mean by numbness, right? Sources of vitamin C: cauliflower, cabbage, fish. That's broccoli, sorry. Deficiency of vitamin K. It is essential for blood clotting, maintain bone health, and it is fat soluble vitamins. It activates clotting factors in blood. ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಗಾಯ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ವೈಟಮಿನ್ ಕೆ ಇಂದನೇ ಸಾಧ್ಯ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವೈಟಮಿನ್ ಕೆ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಟ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಮೀನ್ ಲೈಕ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ if the deficiency causes in our body, it results in prolonged clotting and rare in adults and most commonly in kids. And it is found by Domenico Mare in 1929. Deficiency of vitamin K results in hemorrhagic disease, which means bleeding from umbilical cord and nose in an early infant. It's also resulting easy bruising, excessive bleeding from wounds or gums, nosebleeds in infants, increased risk of hemorrhagic disease, heavy menstrual bleeding. The sources of vitamin K are soya bean oil, lettuce, fermented foods, kale, sprouts. You guys know what mean by fermented foods, right? Important question you guys can note down. Before even concluding my topic, I want you guys to conclude my topic. Let me ask a question before it. Me and Sushmitha has already explained about vitamins. I want you guys to answer how vitamins are actually important and how does they role on our lives. Anyone can stand and tell. You all understood this vitamin topics. Thank you all for your time and interest.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. Today I am here. My name is Sushmitha. I am from second year Physiology combination. Today I am here to discuss about the topic of electrophoresis. What are all the topics we are going to cover in this session means? What is electrophoresis? Its types, principle, procedure, and application behind its types, and some important points. Electrophoresis began with the 1807 observation of clay particle migration by a Russian professor and the introduction of the term electrophoresis by Michael Faraday in 1831. In 1807, a Russian professor observed this electrophoresis in the clay particle migration. Then in 1831, Michael Faraday termed this process as electrophoresis. Then what is electrophoresis? Electrophoresis is the process to separate the biomolecules based on their charge
size, mass through electrophoretic membrane by applying the electric field. This electrophoresis is the process where we are going to separate the macromolecules, that is protein, DNA, RNA, based on their size, charge and mass by using an electrophoretic membrane such as agarose gel matrix and STS page matrix by supplying an electric field. And types of electrophoresis, we are discussing about two types. First one, agarose gel electrophoresis and STS polyacrylamide amide gel electrophoresis. STS is sodium dodecyl sulfate. This is the setup to perform the agarose gel electrophoresis, and that is for STS page. First type is agarose gel electrophoresis. In short form, we say it as AGEH. The principle of this process